Hello, everybody. Fearmy Games here, back once again with some Guild Wars Factions playthrough, now reforged. I was intending to get this video out for you guys a while back, but by say a while, I mean like a couple weeks ago at this point, but poor time management skills in life ended up conspiring to get in the way, so I wasn't able to get any recording done until today. Today is, for me, is January 1st. It's the new year, so happy new year to all of you guys. This video will be coming out a couple days in advance, but still doesn't hurt to say happy new year, I think. Hopefully everyone had a nice Christmas, New Year's, and all that fun jazz. So with Reforged, some big changes through, like some big changes, some not so big changes. Like this thing over here, I don't really use this very much, but they actually added a quest log. I know you can move it around. I think I seen people move it like to the right side, for example. I don't know how much I'm really gonna make use of it or not, but it's there. It exists. It's a thing that's happening. Because usually this is how I'm used to playing, is having having my mission map right underneath my level bar covering up. So I actually didn't even notice at first until one time I accidentally closed my mission map, which is kind of funny. But the Reforged overall, I do quite like it. Oh, so, some of the changes, like the Linux support, I don't get access to because I don't own the Steam version. I haven't seen any way to download the Linux version directly outside of Steam, and that I don't want to pay money for a game that I already have. But weird. But I'm going to walk out of here. Someone was standing next to me, and I got stranger danger going on right there. We'll be safe out here, I'm sure of it. But the game does run a bit smoother because instead of being limited to max of 90 frames, it now has the maximum, which, let's see if I can get it popped up. Right now I have about an average of 233 FPS, with like high amounts of 400. My 1% lows are a little bit slow, but I don't really notice it in the gameplay, so it's not a huge notice. It's like, but sometimes I'm walking and I'm moving, the game just feels smoother is the best way of putting it. However, with some of the options I've done, I haven't really used some of the new options that they have. Like, I don't like the HD skills, so I can click here real fast to show you guys. Personally, I feel these HD skins, I feels like some of the detail is lost. At least maybe it might just be me. In some of these skill icons, like maybe because they weren't supposed to look like that, they're supposed to look cleaner, but it just feels like feels like there's this detail that's there in the original skins that are just gone when you enable the HD, like texture is the best way of putting it. Like there was more texture. It's kind of like when you're watching a 4K movie and they've done like AI DNR scrubbing. That's kind of the way it feels a little bit with some of these HD skills, and I don't like it very much. And I also don't use the enable post-processing effects because all it does is make everything obnoxiously bright and washed out. And I'm like, who wants this? It's like, and it doesn't show up on this character because I'm not wearing metal armor. Actually, let me see if it would pop up here. Yeah, it doesn't pop up here. But it's like on my ranger, who is my main character, I'm doing like other stuff. Like her shoulder pads randomly have glowing bits on them, which I'm assuming is supposed to try and do like reflecting the sunlight or something. But I'm like, this just looks fucking ridiculous. So I have those turned off. So I didn't like them. Way too makes everything look ugly. But I don't remember if any of these other options here are new. I think maybe I don't think virtual sync was an op was I don't remember if it was a good option. I think it was, but I can't remember. I'm doing windowed full screen, though I could always switch it to windowed to just normal full screen, but windowed's fine. Though I did do this one. I don't know what this is. I just enabled it anyways because it's like, If it helps, it helps. Oop, this is supposed to be highest quality. There we go. I missed an option there. Yeah, those are the big thing. Oh, you can also change the pre-game scene. Oh no, is that it? I assume that's the menu. And honestly, I haven't left on Eye of the North because of the fact that it's just what I'm used to. I think Factions looks beautiful. I think Prophecies is pretty cool looking because it has those pictures of the camps. It was actually the first time I saw them. I didn't like Nightfalls very much personally. I felt it was kind of meh. If I move off Eye of the North, it's entirely due to the Factions one because I just think it looks pretty, personally. I honestly never bothered to check these, so I don't know if there's anything new there. And of course, they have gamepad, so I'm keyboard mouse all the way. But they have gamepad support because that way to help support the Steam Deck because it's supposed to be Steam Deck verified now. My friend plays it, a guilty friend plays with the gamepad, and he's having a good time. I guess the way it is like 1 through 4 is like is like A, B, X, Y. I forget what the buttons are on a normal controller. I the only controller I use when I play on my PC is I use my my Nixie Warrior GameCube controller, or I use the Wizard, which I have downstairs for my Switch, which can also connect to the computer. And I have A, B, X, Y. I think PlayStation's X, square, circle, triangle. I think. Um, but yeah. But apparently, if you press I think it's either trigger or the bumper, and then you can press the same buttons, and that's how you get 5 through 8, which is pretty cool. For those people who are more controller oriented. That's not me. But yeah, overall, I'm tentatively happy with it. In some ways, the Reforged for Guild Wars is kind of what I was expecting it to be, kind of where it would be in a way, but not in a bad way. Well, I mean, kind of not in a positive way, I guess is the best way of putting it. Where it's like some of the changes from the non-classic look are just a flat-out downgrade compared to what it was before, like those skills and some of those weird post-processing effects. But in other ways, it's an improvement. Like, the game runs better. The cool quest tracking thing I think is pretty cool. I think out of habit I probably won't use it. I'm just too used to if I need something, just pressing L real fast, closing it back up again, that kind of thing. And being limited. Like, and I also like to see all the different objectives going on, not just the one I'm working. Oh my god, my heroes are my henchmen are dying. Oh my god, my spirits are all dead. What's going on? This guy's popping off. I'm too distracted talking, but apparently this guy. There we go. Resummon my spirits and save the day. I was not expecting that. Let's just say that much. Yeah, so overall, we'll see what they do with it. They're gonna keep making more changes and stuff like that. Hopefully, small stuff that don't change the way that the game has been for too much. Because I'm an old man. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years. I think it'll be like 20 years. It's actually this year. I want to say like this December. I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I started playing like around Christmas time when I was 8, which would basically be so technically, it'd be more accurate to say I've been playing for like 19 years, because it was like December of 2006. I want to say is when I started playing this game. Actually, I have an age. What does it say again? 216 months. That would be, let's see, 2 years. Sorry, not 2 years. 20 years would be 240 months. So it's 18 years. I'm playing 18 years. So I guess I guess maybe it was 2007 then. I thought it was 2006. Yeah, I guess 2007 was when I started playing Guild Wars 1. Well, I guess technically, I mean, 2005. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if it's 2 years is... Yeah, it must have been December of 2007. Unless my math is just way off, which, I mean, I wouldn't put it past me to have my math be a bit off. I say that as I'm taking a pre-calculus class that's required. So far, so good. But I have my first exam tomorrow, so we'll see. Well, we will see. Those exams are large. Like, I think homework is like 15% of your grade. Quizzes, I think, are 10% of your grade. And then the rest of it is the exams, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Overall, I'm gonna say it's at least not a detriment, and a slight improvement. So we have to report back to Zenos. If you guys remember last time, we talked to a bunch of people, getting his crew together for this expedition to avenge his friend. Let's say Zenos. He says, "Nice to meet you, stranger." Well, I think that's just his generic one. He says, "You promised them whatever they wanted." No, no need to fill me in. We'll have time for that later. Now that you're an official member of the Zenos squad, you'll do me a favor, won't you? Let Delphinus know that we set off for Galahad immediately. Also tell Delphinus that he and and Squad Beta need to stay in town in case we don't come back, which we will. So don't worry about that. But still, better backed up than hacked up, you know. Go talk to Delphinus and make sure he gets the point. He will complain, but he always complains. So to Leviathan Pits, unless let me just make sure. I don't think I have many messages. Oh, I have a message in the Silent Surf I can grab. Let's do that. Unless this is lying to me, which would be very unfortunate. Especially because I have a vague feeling I already been there before, but the quest log says no. So I will trust the quest log to be right. I'm gonna resummon my spirits and move behind them so that guy doesn't try to kill me. Kill the enemy ritualist! Or some of them so they're closer. Here we go. Now, since the last video, I've actually gotten a new light. I think it's like a key light, I think is what it's called. So hopefully I look nice and fancy for the video. Overall, I'm quite happy with it. I like took a little bit of time to mess with the settings, get it to where I wanted it to be. Though I also reduced my monitor brightness just because the fact that one of the problems I've had has always been how the monitors, I guess the right word for is like shifts around, like not shifts around, but you know it might go really bright depending on what's going on. I've shown this off before, and so I reduced the brightness, and I have this light here that will hopefully kind of help keep things a bit more steady than what they used to be. We've got a fair amount of enemies here, and I'm with a team of henchmen, not a team of heroes, so I'm a little concerned about how this is going to go. You guys attacked a different guy than where I thought you were going to attack, so that's a bit rude. I mean, it looks like it's still working, but I was getting ready to blow up that Leviathan mouth, and they ended up targeting... I actually forgot already what the name of this item thing was, but oh well. She doesn't say a name. I don't think it was a Leviathan eye. Probably some piece of a Leviathan ended up being the target instead. What is that? Oh, it's a spirit. We want to go this way to where my map says the message is supposed to be. Maybe I grabbed it from over here instead. I'm just misremembering. Let's see. What say you? Let's see. Salt Spray Dragon. Rocktail Dragon. Let's say I might be able to thread the needle. There's either one one of two things are going to happen. Either I'm perfectly threading this needle, or... Oh, I was about to say, or I'm about to be attacked on all sides. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be all sides, but still ended up getting focused by one target. That's fine. We're okay. There's a boss over there for a monk, so let's try going over here to this group instead. I'm going to summon Blood Song as well, just so that way I can get them both out. Oh, never mind. I did not avoid the boss group, but I ended up aggroing a completely new group. This is just how it's going for me today. I think we might just wipe here, because that's a lot of damage coming out. You're attacking the healer, looks like. I'm gonna... Got a nice target there. Oh my god. Something tells me this is not gonna end well for us, guys. Let's just try to kill as many as we can before we wipe. Oh no, so my spirits despawned. Oh no! Oh good, okay. I'm the last one left alive! I'm dead. Yeah. Good, look at that! That was a nice damage. Come on, spirits, kill them! Kill, he's almost dead! No, they died first! Oh well, we killed a decent amount of them, but hey look! We respawned almost right next to where we were. Perfect! Not my intention, but perfect. Alright, so that group looks like it was largely unhurt, but the group that we attacked initially seems to actually be dead. So I'm going to take that as a win. What are some of my spirits there to try and just kill that enemy spirit? It's a bottle. Are you a debate or are you the true? The bottle's empty. Okay, so it looks like it doesn't update after I've talked to a bottle, because it tells me that there was still something over here, but that's fine. My memory was correct. I wasn't crazy. I just didn't trust it. Let's see. Surprising amount of people right here. What representation today? Alright, Delphinus, I have a message for you from Zenos, your leader. Says, stay in town just in case. He promised I could go. He promised. He's always doing this to Squad Beta. Stay behind, Delphinus. Watch the horizon and wait for our return, Delphinus. 1 if by sea, 2 if by land, Delphinus. Loan me a platinum piece, Delphinus. This makes me very, very sad. Zenos is like a father to me. Still, I suppose that he wouldn't make you the leader of Squad Beta if he didn't need me to do it. And as leader of Squad Beta, I promise I'll come to the rescue if you don't make it back. Assuming you were not already dead. And assuming you did not find a way and assuming you found a way to contact me. So now we need to meet Zenos in Galahad for the impossible sea monster. I wonder if leaving out this gate's where we're supposed to go, or if I have to... No, wait, actually, I don't think I can leave from Galahad, so this is probably the only exit. Never mind that question. There you are, Zenos. Says, now I know that Fearmy promised you all sorts of things to get you out here, but that wasn't my doing. I'm going to kill that sea monster. You can get revenge on something by capturing it alive. Po Fang will just have to accept it. Jean Sion, you're a really sweet lady. I'm glad to hear, but I don't sign autographs. Not since I contracted chronic harpoon wrist. Nandros, I wish I could tell you I do, but I just don't know. You might be my son, you might not be. Who could say? There's no way this is the last expedition, Elora. I don't care what Fearmy Old Games said. It's obvious Fearmy Old Games can't be trusted. Wow. He's throwing me under the bus. He goes, well, that was awkward. Sorry you had to be the bad guy. But the captain has to have the respect and trust of the crew, you know. I'm going to find the ferocious beast, the mysterious monster that ate my best friend. I'm going to kill it, I swear. If you're still with me, great. If you're not, you can just stay. As soon as you're ready, let's go. So, destroying the Jade Seam. Oh my god, it's on the opposite side of Galahashari. It's like I'm doing a Vanquish, but without the reward at the end. Hey, look at that. It's a square across the map. What is this? It's fine, I guess. I'll use this time to get some more Luxon faction so I can get more Jade, and then maybe one day, I will be able to make myself an elite set of Luxon armor. Don't know for what character, but for a character of mine. It looks like... I don't know if there's a more peaceful route, you know, going left or right, but... very least, I'm just gonna keep going until something happens. Here we go. Look at that big, nice burst of damage they did. Blew up that warrior who was trying to kill him. Good job, Spirit Boils. SOS is just a relaxing build. You can just pop in and say hello to my little friends, and then they blow up everything for you. It's really nice. Plus, you can use them as, you can't really call them meat shields because they don't have meat on them, but, so I guess, spirit shields. Body blockers. You know, hide behind in case of emergency. I'm not sure what to say. But, you know, it works out in the end. I think I'm going to try hugging the left wall. So that's close. Oh, wait, actually, while we're on here, because there's probably a... oh, no, never mind. There's not a message here. Next one's in Mashang Hills. Okay. Never mind. I was about to say, while I'm here, maybe I can see the sea monster, but no. It was not to be. Looks like the Outcast Warriors are generally stronger than the monsters around. So good on them, at least. They're better than trash mobs. But really, they're just slightly more than trash mobs themselves. Let's see. Yeah, that's the little fortress near the end, or middle, of the mission. We're making some good time of it. You know, it might be square across the map, but, you know, our 2 feet are going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're getting our way through. If I do say so myself, even with these enemies popping up here and there. While we're here, we might as well grab this shrine. Never mind, we got aggro from some enemies here. Here we go. Hopefully these guys were close enough to get affected by my painful bond. Looks like they were. Leviathan claws. That big strong button. It's fine. Not the end of the world. We summon these guys real fast to get closer to the scuttlefish and blow it up. I do love gold, so don't mind if I do. I'm gonna grab this altar over here and pick it up. There we go. I wonder if there's just a random altar or if there's like an exit that I don't know of around here. I'm not sure. Thing I can say for certain is that we're almost there. But I feel like I'm going to a dead end. That's the feeling I'm getting. Ooh, that looks cool. Look at this perfectly preserved specimen. This is, you know, where, you know, the fractal on, what's it called? On waking, not what? No. There's a fractal that name's escaping me right now. You know, that probably got inspired by stuff like that. For Guild Wars 2. Honestly, I hate fractals. All the mechanics that they add in higher, I don't actually mind the base design for most of them, though I haven't done the new one, or is it new 2 now? At least one new one that I haven't bothered doing. It's just like when you get to higher levels, it's like it's not necessarily extra difficult. Well, I mean, it does make it harder to finish, but also just makes it so much more obnoxious. You know, a reading that designs a game where you're stacking pretty close to you. Then they make mechanics that punish you for staying close to you. It's like, you're punishing us for playing the game the way you designed it. You know, social awkwardness, agony stuff. You know, it's just all designed to just piss you the fuck off. It's like if you like actually make things more difficult, maybe have more like sometimes they actually do this and I like it. Like where they actually have extra mechanics in the higher levels. I can't name the fractals at the top of my head because I'm too dumb to remember, but they add extra mechanics. I'm not even against extra health, even though I think that's a lazy way to do it. But it's like you just add these instabilities, and these instabilities just make me want to never touch fractals because they're just so goddamn annoying. And they don't properly take counts. You know, like, is this instability combination going to break a particular fractal? They don't give a fuck. Hates it. Hates it. That's why I love raiding, though. Raiding was a lot of fun. They didn't have instabilities. You just go through, kill everything. You know, get better skills, better time. You have, have fun with your friends. And you'll just have a good time killing stuff. Fractals, though, Fractals made me want to fucking quit that game and never play again. And I've hardly touched the game in the last few months. I played it I was about to say earlier this year, but now it's early last year, where I actually played enough of the PvP for the first time in years. I think 6 years. A long time. Where I actually played enough games on one of my accounts to get the minimum amount of matches needed so I can actually get a title for my efforts, and I got Baron. I think it's top 100. Right, that's the best I've done. I've tried in my heyday to get to the top 25, but I'm just not that good at that game. So we have the Impossible Sea Monster. Oop. Right over here. Looks like he's the Leviathan. Let me kill these guys now because they don't blindside us. It looks like just maybe a slightly bigger Leviathan claw. I'm not even sure if he's slightly bigger. I'm not sure why he's considered impossible, but you know. Who am I to judge these naming conventions? I'm not a game designer. Give me the Naga trappings. I got blown up. I'm Mr. Impossible Sea Monster. Are you ready to tussle? You know, I did notice. I don't think Zenos is with us. I think it's just my party. Yep, he's dead. See Po Fang for your reward. What does Po Fang say? I mean, we killed the monster instead of capturing it alive, so I don't think he's going to be very happy with us. I don't know what he's going to say, but he might be like, hey, this isn't what we agreed to. And I'll be like, I tried to tell Zenos. What can I say? He just didn't listen to me. Po Fang says, you killed it. What part of captured alive was unclear? Now I have to explain that to the other investors. But it is not a total loss, indeed. It sounds as if you enjoyed quite an adventure. Let us hope that it sells well. If it does, who knows? The Zenos squad may have more adventures in the future. And that was the end of the whole quest chain. I'm a little disappointed, if I'm being honest. I was hoping for something a little bit cooler, but you know, what can you say? It's just a side quest. Even if Zenos threw my reputation through the mud. But let's see. So we have a couple side quests to do, but I think that's gonna be the end of this part. And next part, we're actually gonna do messages Messages everywhere to save that guy from his centuries of suffering. I mean, I assume he's suffering being alone on that island for that long, but you know, we'll see how it goes. But that'll be the end of this part. In 30 minutes is, I think, a nice length for it. I do hope you guys had a good time, and I hope you have a good day, night, evening, wherever you may be, and hopefully had a great start to your year.